Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. Meghan and Harry, as you know, are on their Disaster Australia tour. Yesterday, I got really upset and very serious because they were exploiting sick kids. And I stand by that. And go watch that video in case you missed it, because I really think it's disgusting what they've done. And I think they should be called out for it. Today, I'm determined to have some laughs. Today, we'll be having some laughs at their expense, not about the kids stuff. That's separate. You can find the video on that. Today, we're talking the announcement that Meghan's going to be a judge on MasterChef. The reactions have been so funny to that. And we're going to take a look at other reactions to idiotic things that those two are up to. So I'm excited to dive into this one. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, and leave me comments, as all those helps YouTube to recommend my videos. And I sincerely appreciate it. I am pushing to 200,000 and I'm getting closer because of all of you. Thank you for that. Also, I am covering, say it with me, Betrayal. It's the best book. I can't say enough good stuff about it. Really deep dives in Harry and Meghan and all the crap they're up to, and I'm loving it. Only a couple of chapters left. I have a whole playlist. You can find it and see all my breakdowns. And I will be back soon with another episode of this, so fear not. But in the meantime, let's talk Harry and Meghan and that disaster Australia. It just keeps getting worse. So they announced she's going to be a judge on MasterChef. And oh, what's that? Cantankerous has some thoughts on that. And I happen to agree with what are you saying, Cantankerous? Oh no, she can't even cook. I know, right? She cannot. It makes no sense. Failed cooking show. We've seen her called toast daunting before. She stood there and chopped vegetables. That does not a chef make. So I've already been in touch with friend of the show, Chef Matt. We love Chef Matt. If you're not familiar, if you're new here, Chef Matt is, like I say, a friend of the show. He's a very talented chef. He's been a chef for years and years, and incredible chef and just an incredible guy. And I had him on previously to break down some of Meghan's recipes, if you can call them that, from her With Love Meghan. And he would show us how to actually fix them or make them better, and what he would do as opposed to that garbage that Meghan was serving. So I've already been in touch with him about this, and we might be able to, if depending on his schedule, he's very busy, very in demand. So if I can maybe borrow him for a little bit, I'll see if we can react to some of her cooking or some of her, I don't even know, her tips, something like that, if she gives them on this show. So look for that. But his reaction was very funny about, I thought you had to have some talent to judge a show like that, but apparently not. Apparently not, because she's doing that. So let's take a look at some of the reactions and have some laughs, shall we? Starting with this, sharing some comments about our Saints' upcoming appearance on a certain show. There you go. Now, if you missed it, I can't play it here because of copyright. Find the MasterChef promo announcing that Meghan's coming on. It is the most cringe thing ever. The lady that announces her, I believe it's the one in the peach dress. I don't watch MasterChef, so I don't know who anybody is. It doesn't matter. I believe it's the one in the peach dress there standing next to Meghan. Meghan's there in the black dress. Yes, that is Meghan. 10 steps ahead of everybody else. She likes to do that. But she announces that Meghan's on the show, and it's just the most sycophantic, over-the-top, cringe thing. You're just going to want to get your eyeballs on it. But in the meantime, let's read some comments about this because they are pretty funny. Here we go. Starting with this. Let me make it, let's see, a little bigger. It says, talking about she doesn't have chef experience. Does she? I mean, fruit platters, flour sprinkles, and rebagging snacks. This is an episode I will skip. And I'm one who did not mind Katie and Curtis edited. Is this comment against the rule? Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay. She used a canning implement upside down. Who could forget that? Shout out to Think Beautiful for pointing that out. She mishandles a knife, a basic kit tool. She stores raw chicken in the fridge on a shelf so juice can drip into the ingredients below. That's so gross. I forgot about that. Absolutely. Who is this? Is it Morticia? I genuinely don't know. That's pretty funny. All right. What the hell? Is this real? Is she bored with her life or something? Why is she on MasterChef? I don't know. Simple. She needs the money and MasterChef needs the ratings. Just lost my viewership for the season. Yes. Look at their Insta, LMAO. Does she have a cooking show? I swear. All right. Let's read some of the comments here under Saint Meghan Markle. I thought this one was good. I have it bigger on my screen, so I'll read it to you. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Okay. There has to be an irony to life. Being a guest judge on MasterChef cooking show when your own cooking show failed twice because you cannot cook and your brand of food failed and you got dropped by investors because you could not sell nor could you even make jam properly. She's not even the level of participants who are chefs in their own right. Whose cooking can Meghan judge? This is a perfect example of how having a royal title has opened the doors for this woman that by merit she could never dream of having. There you go. That so perfectly sums up exactly how I think a lot of us are feeling about all of this. I keep saying she's had more chances than the rest of us combined. And she pisses them away. But that's a great point. Who is she and what right does she have to judge any of the contestants? Even if they have very little experience, I can guarantee you that they can do more than stand there and chop up vegetables or rebag pretzels. I have more cooking skills than that, and I famously do not cook. So, I use my air fryer. There you go. I think I'm probably beating Meghan. As per usual, Meghan is standing in front of everyone else, like the giant douchebag she is. No other guest judge in any other reality show does this in a group photo, as far as I've seen. See below. For example, RuPaul's Drag Race, Gigi Hadid is a guest judge. But of course, this arrogant, you know what, can't stop acting like an arrogant, you know what. She always has to do crap like this. She can't stand being in a group and has to act like a tit because she thinks she's better than everyone else. Case in point, even back in 2016, she just had to stand a million miles away from the other women because she's so full of it. Look at the stain on her face. Ugh, gross. I think we're about to see the lizard tongue in action. Oh, if you don't know what they're talking about, I know you know. When she eats, it's just always, it's so weird. She sticks her tongue out and then touches her fork to it. I can't understand. I really can't. Ugh, gross. Has anyone watched her previous video clips of judging cooking shows? Yes, I have. She practically chews food like a horse. Why is she so strange? I can answer that. In that Tom Bowers Betrayal, he so nailed it. And I just recorded one of my favorite chapters so far is coming up. It may be the same day this airs. I don't know. And it's about Meghan on As Ever and how she was so over the top. Tom Bauer points it out so eloquently. It's the same thing we've all said, but he just nails the way he explains it. She's so busy trying to control everything that she comes off as completely unnatural. So I think that's what we're getting. She's trying to control everything, and everything has to be exactly how she says it does. So she just comes off so robotic and unlikable. And that's why she's so strange. One of the reasons. Yeah. My theory is that MasterChef producers reached out to her. She accepted the gig and they built this faux tour around it to see if they could squeeze any more money and exposure while they're there. Well, MCA says, and I tend to agree with MCA, I think it's the other way around. Her PR team phoned around to see what shows will let her be on. I'm sure there's money exchange. Bingo. See, it's the money thing I hesitate on. I don't know. I don't think she's being paid, but I wonder, I take that to mean, I wonder if, okay, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I believe that wholeheartedly. Again, when you hear my coverage of the With Love Meghan and you hear how her publicist handled everything, you'll get, yeah, that tracks. Absolutely. All right, let's talk this. For those who know someone attending the gala, all right, let's talk about it. So they were informed that VIP photos would take place at 4:30 on Friday. This is something I have talked about it as well. So I knew that the gala was, I believe, at 5. Yeah, it starts at 5 on Friday, and the check-in is at 3 p.m. And I said the same. I'm like, how are you going to get? So in theory, I know they're not selling tickets. I get it. But let's just say for some reason they were at full capacity, 300. You're going to get 300 guests checked into the hotel quick enough that they can go change clothes and be at this gala at 5. That doesn't make any sense. And now we find out that the pictures would take place allegedly around 4:30. It really doesn't make any sense. What if you have a delayed flight? What if anything? You're running just a little bit behind. What if there's traffic? What if there's anything? What if the hotel has an internet outage and they can't get you checked in till 4:30? What are you going to change in the bathroom lobby? What if your suitcase is delayed? Anything? So people are saying what a crazy rush this is and how it makes no sense at all. Other people are speculating, well, why didn't they do it on Saturday? I don't know, but I have a theory that I've said before, and I'm saying it again here. They were very careful. If you look at it, they're very careful in how they worded things for this weekend. I don't believe they promised. I might have this wrong, but I don't believe they promised Meghan would be there on Saturday. We've heard that she's not staying at the hotel. She would only do things. I'm just speculating, but knowing what we know of Meghan, I believe she would only do things that she was contractually obligated to do. I don't think she's doing one single extra thing just to be nice or just to show up or just to, to be kind to fans. I think everything is so scripted and micromanaged and everything. There's no way. So I think it wouldn't shock me if she's not even going to be there on Saturday because they're advertising other things like sound baths and meditations. And was it some sort of weird cringe disco dance party or something? Ooh. So no thanks. So I'm calling it now. I bet she's not even there on Saturday. And if she is, it's probably just, what did she say with the children's hospital? Like, let's make this quick. Let's keep this short. Something like that. I bet it'd be something like that. Absolutely awful. All right. I would have fully expected the guest of honor, to be Saturday night. Meghan must have insisted on Friday. I think everything is crammed into Friday. I do. I really do. Yep. Imagine flying from the US 20 plus hours. You land mid-morning. You can't check into the hotel. You sit on the beach and try to rest in your traveling clothes. It's 3 p.m. Allegedly, people are checking in. You get checked in by 4. You have half an hour to freshen up, get dressed, and hightail it to this thing. Then you have to go through security. I can foresee all demands for refunds because I doubt Meghan Markle is going to wait on stragglers. Absolutely not. Nope, I don't think so either. I think she wants to get in, collect whatever check, and get the hell out of there. I don't think it'll be, no. I don't understand who's going to this thing. I really don't. God forbid your flight is delayed and you miss the whole thing. Guaranteed some sugar will have this happen to them. They'll post about it and we'll laugh and laugh. Probably. And be subjected to a security search. That's true too. That includes body wand. What time are they doing that? How's that going? For Meghan Markle, I watched her in Suits and she was nondescript. To think she thinks she's so important is pathetic. Agree completely. I wonder if she has to attend events at Soho House on Saturday evening. Probably. Oh, that's funny. All right. Let's make this quick. That's what it was. That was the quote allegedly that was overheard for the children's hospital. Yep. Lovely. Plus, Gala kind of suggests a gown. At least the ones I've gone to have expected a floor length gown, but who knows with Nutmeg. So people would presumably also need to get their formal wear ironed or steamed and possibly laundered after being packed up for a flight or whatever they're coming from. But of course, Meg doesn't care because she doesn't want anyone looking better than her. And we know she'll show up wrinkled. Absolutely. And again, the logistics of that. It'd be bad enough to get off a 20-hour flight and sit in some sort of, I don't know, conference room. But if you're going to a gala, in theory, you're going to want to shower and do your makeup and whatever else. Yeah, press your clothes, whatever. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. She just wants to be done by, I don't know, 8 o'clock or whatever. The timing is odd. They made her appearance central to the retreat, yet the main event they marketed is over within the first few hours of it starting. I'm telling you, my spidey sense is tingling. If she shows up at all on Saturday, I bet it's just going to be a quick photo op and then back out. I don't think she's planning to do much on Saturday. I think this is the biggest, this is just my opinion, con, cash grab, whatever. I just can't imagine who's going to this thing. If people are stupid enough to pay for this event, they get what they deserve. I just feel sorry for all of our lovely spies. They'll have the time of their lives observing the mass Markle. No empathy for anyone who bought into this, and neither do I. There you go. That's funny. I'm imagining what a dud disco night, that's what it was, will be. A throng of sugars, aka internet bullies, aka mediocre mafia, moping their way across the dance floor feeling cheated. I think that's going to be funny, and I wonder if any of them will turn. I guess they're forced to sign NDAs, but I just wonder if any of them will turn after this event. All right. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. The Meg Gala. No one knows. No one cares. So this is being reported by the Telegraph. No one's talking about it. Meghan's big, expensive Sydney retreat fails to sell out. Dun, dun, dun. No phones. That's not a security requirement. That's a Meghan demand. Absolutely agree. She cannot handle the thought of her image being in the hands of mere plebes who paid far too much to see her. Absolutely agree. Meghan and Harry, their backers, are spending a lot of money to try to look popular. And they have the media playing along. But if that was organic, they'd be selling out these events that are open to the public. There'd be tons of fans waiting to catch a glimpse. It's all a mirage. Even that MasterChef appearance had a very tepid reaction in comparison to the reveal. Absolutely that. I cannot say enough. That's one of the things, there's so many things I love about this book. And that's one of the things that I'm loving is he's really explaining behind the scenes how those two operate, how their handlers operate, and how it's all smoke and mirrors. Everything from making sure people are standing around them in pictures to just everything we know about them. It's all an illusion. So I don't believe any of it because I've definitely had people in my comments saying, well, it looks like a warm reception in Australia. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I think this was make or break for them. And I think, I mean, we've, again, in here, I talked about, go back and watch the Vancouver episode. It just went up. How they had people, seat fillers, basically come in and sit around them because it was a big dud and they only sold a couple of tickets. So they had to look popular. So I feel like this Australia thing, it's a make or break time with Netflix dumping them and everything else that, you know, everything that they keep doing wrong. They need this to go well. They're really flailing. I feel the desperation from here and they need this to go well. So I think they're going to bring in anyone or anything they can to look like it's gone well. It's not, but they're making it look like that. So I don't believe the reports that they're warmly greeted. I don't believe any of it. I never do, but I especially not now after reading this. But that's going to do it for me. You have to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about all of it. What do you think of her getting on MasterChef? Did you watch MasterChef before? Will you be watching it now? Let me know. And I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this as they continue to do dumb stuff. I'll keep talking about it. Check back for Betrayal. And go back and watch any episodes you might have missed. I keep putting those out every day. Loving this book. I only have a couple chapters left. It's so good. It's so good. Can't say enough good stuff about it. What else? If you want to further support this show, there's several ways to do it. I have new merch. It's the flock. Oh, you flock mean the world to me. I appreciate you all so much. And I have I give up. That one has been so popular. Thank you to everybody who's bought that with the goose with the white flag. I appreciate that. But check that out. I still have Team Catherine and so much more at on my merch shop. I also have Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I'm doing extra deep dives, bonus episodes, lots of Harry and Meghan stuff, but also not Harry and Meghan stuff. Most people do 1 episode a week. I do 3. And sometimes I do like Victoria Beckham deep dives. I do all kinds of stuff. So check that out over there if you're interested. A huge thank you to all my executive producers. You guys mean the world to me. That's going to do it for me. If you want to click on my Amazon links, those help as well. Even if you don't buy from me, I get it. Just click on the links. The links clicking, it really does help the analytics over there. And I appreciate that. But I'll show you, like, people ask about my hair stuff and about my lipstick and stuff like that. I have all the products over there, including my studio setup stuff. You can find all of that over there. That's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have the best day. Take care. Stay healthy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi. Okay, let's talk. I just had a huge jump in subs. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you're new here, this is something I do at the end. So always stay tuned to the end. This is the part where I say it's like we're riding home in the car after the party. And we've been like staring at each other the whole time. Like, did you see that? Can you believe that? And this is where we just kind of have a talk. So how are you? Thank you for being here. A lot of you guys have been with me a long time, and I really appreciate that. It still blows me away. I get comments saying, because if you are new here, I only just started showing myself in 2025. Before that, for years, I was just a voice. So I still get comments saying, oh, it's you. I remember when I used to listen to you I used to cover like Sex and the City and Real Housewives and things like that. So it's just fun to still have people finding me and saying, oh, I remember you, or I used to listen to you, that kind of stuff. So thank you for that. I also did the Johnny Depp trial as well. So thank you if you've been here a long time. Thank you if you're refinding me. Thank you if you're newly subscribed, whatever you are. I appreciate you all so much. I truly do. I love your comments, your warmth, your positivity. You mean the world to me. You truly do. All right. That's going to do it for me. Let's see. You guys had a lot of fun with my 80s music. So let's see. How about, even if you're not from the 70s, you can still, or if you are, and you can still have a favorite 70s song, post that in the comments below. I personally love Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I think they were 70s and 80s. So I would pick anything from Earth, Wind, and Fire. My favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire is September, but I believe that's later. Sing a Song. That's a great one. There's a lot of great Earth, Wind. As soon as I hear them, I just want to dance around. They're so fun, right? I want to put on roller skates and dance around. But tell me your favorite 70s group or song or anything like that. All right. I love also Stephen Wolf. That's a great one. Magic Carpet Ride. That's a great one. I think that's 70s too. All right. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye-bye. MasterChef. They need to change that to Markle Chefs. I don't know. All right. Bye.